Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I address my question to the member for Skeena Bulkley Valley through you. Look, this is my first chance to take the floor in the debate tonight, so if I, with the indulgence of my friend from Skeena Bulkley Valley, let me first say that the Minister of Natural Resources misspoke when he said that the Kinder Morgan pipeline has been delivering dilbit for 30 years. It is not. It used to be the Trans Mountain pipeline. It delivered a completely different product, one destined for 4 refineries in the Lower Mainland. There's only 1 refinery left. It can't process dilbit. Dilbit's only been transferred since Kinder Morgan, a creation of Enron. Enron Pipelines Limited, renamed, bought Trans Mountain. Shipping dilbit is a relatively new phenomenon, and it's true. They ship dilbit out right now. That product is not landlocked. It can get to Asia. Asia doesn't want to buy it very much. Let me just put to the member for Skeena Bulkley Valley this question. We know there are 157 conditions right now, and Kinder Morgan hasn't completed more than about 100 of them from the National Energy Board. We know there's a consolidated court case that challenges the legality of the permits. And we know that there's approximately 1,100 provincial permits. The BC government is processing them, but 600 haven't been requested yet. Can the member for Skeena Bulkley Valley imagine any way in which this project could go ahead by May 31st, just given the work Kinder Morgan is supposed to do?
The member for Skeena Bulkley Valley.
I thank my friend from Saanich for the question. One of the important things for Canadians to remember is I heard the Natural Resource Minister and I've heard the Prime Minister before laud the conditions that are attached to the approval of this project. Many of these conditions, like how do you clean up a spill, are not actually followed through by the National Energy Board, as was reported in an audit by our Environment Commissioner that studied many of these pipelines and said, well, how many of these conditions that the government attaches and tells Canadians not to worry about actually are followed through on? A little less than 50%, little less than half of the conditions are actually ever materialized, followed. So anyone who's placing their bets and their assurance in these conditions know that, given recent history, about half of them will never be implemented or used by the company.